Oh boy. Oh boy. I crapped just a little bit on that first Mortal Kombat movie. But now we have the sequel. And I'm almost regretting a lot of what I said there. What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MBN. Woohoo! Here we go. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is a 1997 film. Paul W.S. Anderson, I've never thought I would say this, but where are you? Because this movie is directed by John R. Leonetti. And the plot. Oh, plot! We saw at the end of the last movie a cliffhanger of Shao Kahn showing up and saying that he wanted to basically take over the world. So this movie picks up right where that leaves off, with half of the cast recasted. And Shao Kahn shows up, and he's here to cause mayhem and destruction. So our heroes have to try to fight as many characters as they can to stop him. This movie's a mess, dude. It is. It's an absolute mess. I know that I complained about the first movie and the lack of structure, the lack of actually explaining these backstories, but this movie doubles down on that. This movie does what the first movie did twice as bad, as far as shoving even more characters in there, as far as just having random things happen that don't really make sense. Like I said, most of this cast has been recast. The only actors that have come back is Ruben Shao as Liu Kang, which, hey, good. I really enjoyed him in the first movie. I think he's just as good here. He's our main lead, so he should be here to do what he needs to do, the hero's journey. Talisa Soto is back as Katana, and she's fine. Once again, doesn't really offer a whole lot to the table. I still think we could have gotten a better actress to do this role. James Remar has taken over the role as Raiden, and he's fine, though. He does take up from where Christopher Lambert left off. He does look the part, present the part. He's Zen type. He's always meditating. He's always doing this and that. My complaint, though, is that Raiden's not doing enough cool stuff, not doing enough action. You don't see him use enough of his powers and go full hardcore fight mode until the last 20 minutes of the movie. He just randomly cuts his hair, shows up like, "Hey, you like my look?" and then kind of gets taken out like a whip. I'm like, this is how we're using Raiden right now? Okay, sure, if you say so. Sandra Hess is taking over the role of Sonya Blade. And look, I guess I could crap more about this, but let's be honest, Bridget Wilson wasn't the greatest either. So, this actress, probably about the same level of an actor, if not maybe even a little better. She definitely looks more believable doing some of the fighting. So, hey, there you go. But man, did they do my boy Johnny Cage so dirty. He gets killed off in the first 5 minutes of this movie. Big character in the first film. He even has a big fight and he defeats Scorpion in that first film, where this movie he just gets taken out like that. And I know it was to establish Shao Kahn as a serious threat and somebody that took out a main character from the previous film, so you're afraid of him. I guess. But also, I don't know. This is a different actor playing him. This new actor looks enough like the previous actor to where I think he could have gotten away with having him there more. Maybe that's the reason why they killed him so early. It's because it's a different actor. I still think it's crap. I still think it's dumb. Shiva is in this movie, I guess, to make up for Goro and whatever he was doing before. Jade, you can't be trusted, but she's here. Melina, who once again, they don't explain anything. There's a line where a character mistakes her for Katana. That's to explain that they're kind of sort of twin sisters. But again, you don't get any of that in this movie. Nothing at all. They just show up for one little quick fight or one little quick moment, and then they're gone. They're out of here. They're just not here for any real good reason, but just to sort of try to make fans happy, try to make fans say, like, hey, it's that character, and they kind of sort of look like their video game counterpart. Isn't that enough? Baraka shows up and looks decent, I guess, for the effects given to them in 1997, but once again, out in like 5 minutes. In Jax. Don't get me started on Jax, who, look, completely recasted, looks nothing like the guy who played him in the first film, but forget all that. This actor is so stereotypical, like, hey, I'm the black guy, so I'm going to give him, the writer probably thought this, I'm going to give him all of this black dialogue that they must think black guys must talk like. He's speaking jive, he's talking in a way where I'm just like, you don't need Jax to be like this. He could just be a guy. He could just be a dude. Let's just have a black hero who's the hero. He doesn't have to make the jokes. He doesn't have to be the one who speaks in slang or just, he does, like, you don't have to do that just because he's the one black character. And he's always complaining about every mission that they have to do because he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to die. And isn't that funny? At least they gave him his robotic arms, which aren't even robotic because by the end of the movie they just come off like he was just wearing them. I guess they were armor. Sub-Zero and Scorpion, they just show back up in this movie like they didn't die in the last film. And I know that they're the faces of this franchise. I agree that they should have been in this movie. It was nice to see Scorpion say, get over here again. I geeked out for that. And Sub-Zero, it was once again cool to see him, but I didn't like seeing him unmasked. The actor that they got I didn't buy that guy as Sub-Zero. But yes, you had to have them there. You had to do it, but they didn't even explain like where they were in the first film and why that they were slaves or how they weren't slaves anymore, or why Sub-Zero decided to just help the characters for like one scene and then take off and disappear and not come back for the rest of the movie. Well, come on, people. This is lazy. This is something that you could do a whole lot more with these two characters. I was severely disappointed. Brian Thompson as Shao Kahn. Look, was he terrible? I guess not terrible, but this is supposed to be the big bad. This is supposed to be the guy that is gonna, I guess, to bring it up to date terms, the Thanos of the Mortal Kombat universe. And I didn't get that vibe. I don't know if it's because he the writing was as bad as it was. I don't know if it's because they didn't really get into the details on his relationship with Sindel and how she's the mother of Kentucky. Like they briefly mention it, but they don't get into it. They don't make you care or feel for anything going on with any of these characters and the situations going on. You're just supposed to, once again, fill in the blanks yourself. The bad writing, the bad story, the shittier effects. Look, I'm not saying that this is the worst effects I've ever seen, but even compared to the first one, you can tell that the quality and the budget took a dip. I don't know, guys. Look, do I hate this movie? I hate, but it's definitely not good. It's definitely something that I don't care to watch again. It almost makes me not want to rewatch the first one anytime soon because of the cliffhanger, because of the lead-in, and you kind of know what you're getting into if you decide to watch the other one. I think that both films have failed us as Mortal Kombat fans, and I still think that we deserve something better. And hopefully someday, one day, we will get that. I'm going to give this movie a low some old bullshit.
Man, this some old bullshit.
Yeah. It's not angry. It's not pissed off. But I wouldn't have given this a rental. No. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of Mortal Kombat Annihilation? Are you disappointed as well? Do we deserve better? What can we do? What should we do? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!